Today, you came upon this video to see how you can record like other YouTubers since you read the title of the video. Well, I can tell you by experience that it's easy to do, but very hard to get there. Even my channel isn't doing so well for many reasons, one of them being the fact that I haven't advertised it or even talked about it publicly or socially. So really, what do I know? Well, I've done a lot of research about the certain methods that people used to get their videos up and how to get them edited and published without any error. And what I have learned is that it's very simple as hooking up a capture card to your computer and hitting record. But it's not very simple to get the capture card since you're going to need some money for it. Then afterwards, you're going to need some editing software so that it looks nicer and it's not the longest video in the world. And of course, having long portions of silence in the video could be very boring to the viewer, so that's why you always need some editing software for it. But people find it hard to get the video from their console or capture card and having to edit it in a way where it has subtitles and pictures. Believe me, some editing programs are hard to cope with, even when adding pictures. But I'm here to teach you how you can do all of this with the limited amount of recording equipment that you have in your household. There was a time when people couldn't record their gameplay because capture cards were pretty expensive and very worthless if they weren't going to do anything with the videos in general. Like, come on, it wasn't until 2005 when YouTube was created and people couldn't share gameplay until then. But today we finally found it to be useful, and that's because of YouTube. Now, some of you probably might have thought that I was going to talk about capture cards more than anything else. Because yeah, you need them, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to show you another way to record your content, and that's much more easier and simple to do. Thanks to the new generation of gaming consoles, they have pre-installed applications that will allow you to record your gameplay. On the PS4, you would obviously press the share button. On the Xbox, you would press home and then click the corresponding button for either a screenshot or video clip. Or say Xbox record that or Xbox take a screenshot and it will do it for you. Yes, Xbox users, you're completely screwed since saying Xbox record that will only record 30 seconds of the game, and the game DVR will record up to 15 minutes worth of gameplay, while the PS4 users can record up to 30 minutes, and it also has a custom setting so you can go down and up. So take that, Microsoft. At least all of that can be very simple, but for anyone that has a capture card which isn't an Elgato, I can't help. But I assume that most capture cards is just two HDMI ports that go from the console to the TV and a USB port that goes to your computer, which seems pretty easy to do as well. The settings for the newer Elgatos are pretty interesting, and they include extra settings for when you want to stream or record in a certain setting. Like, for example, having your music play through the Elgato, or having Skype play through the Elgato, even just recording your voice along with the game. All of this seems pretty simple to use, but maybe in a different video I will go over those processes. Of course, I did say that most of you are probably running out of money, and you are probably looking for a cheaper way than getting Sony Vegas and editing like me and some other famous people. But that really doesn't matter because back in the past, I used an editor called Windows Movie Maker. Then I went on to use iMovie because then I realized it was a lot more easier to use than Movie Maker. But if you do have a Windows computer or a MacBook, use the editor on there. But wait, how do you get the videos that you made from the consoles? It's pretty simple. For Xbox users, go to Upload Studio, then create a video from scratch. Then add your clips to the timeline and then do whatever you want. Then once you get to the screen that talks about where you want to upload the clip, just click on the OneDrive. This should upload straight to your OneDrive account, which should also be your Microsoft account. Log into your OneDrive on your computer and then you will find your video in a folder that is labeled Xbox Game DVR. If you are using Windows 10, then this shouldn't be a problem for most of you because you can simply access the game DVR from there and download those specific clips. For PS4 users, you can avoid that kind of mess and go back with the basics by using a USB. Connect your USB to the PS4 and then head over to the capture gallery. Once you're there, select the game that you recorded from and then the clip you want to transfer over. Then hit options on your controller and then click on copy to USB storage. Once you've done that, you can head over to whatever computer you are using and then transfer over the video and use the editor that you're going to use. But for most of you PS4 and Xbox users, you may have noticed that you have an editing feature on there too. Well, if you have neither a Windows computer or a Mac computer, then you can just use their editor instead. For Xbox users, you have already noticed that you went through the uploading process. You may have noticed those effects and translations and more. Well, you can use those edits to make your video more satisfying. You can even add in your own commentary.
Okay. This is how you do a voiceover.
Just check out this video. This video is actually a really good example of what Upload Studio can do for you. For PS4 users, I don't even know. I have never used Share Factory before, but I assume that most of you can do the same thing as Xbox. Oh, and guys, while you edit the video, you don't have to use subtitles so much or even add a face cam. Those can be done later once you're ready for it. I'm just saying because you don't have to complicate your videos. Kind of like what I do. This is very simple, like I don't even have to talk about it as much as anything else. If you took your clips to the computer and edited them on there, you can upload directly to YouTube just by dragging and dropping onto the upload screen on YouTube. Then you can edit the titles, description, tags, and whatever. Remember, if you have a satisfying title and an eye-catching thumbnail, and even a shit ton of tags will actually get you more views. Just use GIMP, it's easy and free to use. But sometimes you don't really need a thumbnail for your videos unless it's what you really want. But the most important part is trying to get the video on YouTube, so if you've already edited the video on your console, you can go to the YouTube app and upload it from there. Which is fairly simple. So that's just about it. Like, what else do I have to explain? The stuff that I've said so far might confuse you, might make you lose your marbles, but there is another way to avoid all of this confusion. Live streaming. It's just the easiest thing to do, literally. Your console already has this feature built in, so do you really need my help in that area? But I will say this, if any of this becomes harder than it already is for you, then just stop. Just don't do any more gaming videos and just do vlogs. Do that. It's a lot more easier. Just talk about life, certain topics, gaming. I mean, gaming videos in general might not be suitable for you and for your channel. Just remember, some channels aren't perfect, so just do what you want. I can't make the decision for your channel and for you. Just do what you want to do. Well, I hope you all have a ton of questions at the end of this video, because I will be listening and answering, so comment down what your questions are and I can answer them. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one.